We are going to be turning this beautiful envelope into a journal without sewing, binding, or using any type of thread. All you need is scissors and glue. And of course, a beautiful envelope. You can use regular white envelopes from the thrift store or whatever you have on hand. You can also use fancier envelopes from stationery or packaging. But my personal favorite is this envelope that I designed. The journal that I'm going to be creating today is for my mother, and her name starts with a B, so this envelope is perfect. To construct the journal, you want to take your envelope and turn it to the side, just like so. And this little flap here, or the front flap of your envelope, is going to become the front cover. We're just going to extend it in order to create a little notebook. So definitely use an envelope that is the size that you want your journal to be and that has a nice flap that you can attach a paper cover to. Find a piece of paper, preferably thicker cardstock, and you want to place it right into your envelope. You want to put that flap down, glue it on top, and you have just created the front cover to your journal. It's that simple to extend an envelope to make it into a journal or a notebook. I'm going to take some embossed paper to decorate the front cover, and I'm only going to be using a part of it. I have added a small amount of glue to my page in order for me to attach my fabric, and I'm going to cut off the excess. Now that the embossed paper and the lace has been applied to my front cover, since this is a page that we folded in half, I'm going to add glue on this side and at the bottom in order for us to create a top loading pocket so that the front cover of our journal is also functional and serves as a pocket. Now that we have created a top loading pocket from the front of our cover, you can now begin to connect your front cover to the flap of your envelope. The glue that I'm using is Fabri-Tac. You're just going to fold it over and press, making sure that your flap is connected to your front cover. Just like this. And in a matter of seconds, we have created a journal cover using an existing envelope, just by extending it. So this, my beautiful journal sisters, is no longer an envelope. This is now a journal that you can begin to fill up. Here are two of the pages that I have already prepped. This is one of the pages from the digital kit that I simply folded in half to meet the dimensions and the size of my journal. Trimmed off the excess. As you can see here, I trimmed off a little bit too much and then decided to glue it back on, but I kind of like how it gave it a three-dimensional look. And then for the other page, this is just some of the writing paper that's in the shop, and then when you open it up, these beautiful vintage imagery that I know my mom will absolutely adore. You don't want to put that many pages in here because if you do, it's going to be very difficult to close your journal since we are altering it from an envelope. Simply add glue to the back of the front cover first. Take your second page and you want to make sure that your design is on the inside of your paper. And the part that you're going to be gluing down is the design that you don't really care about that much. All you're going to do is place it right on top of the glue. And by doing this, you have just created another page that you've added onto the cover of your journal. Repeat the same process with your decorative design being on the inside, and the design that you don't care about that much is going to be attached to the back of the page. And we have officially created two pages inside of our journal. Since we've added pockets, we can add more ephemera inside of them, and you can always add belly bands and tuck spots. Not to mention, we also have a back pocket where you can add even more ephemera or writing paper in. So now it's time to decorate. Once I have applied my glue, I'm going to position my decorative lace, and this is just some lace that was left over from our fabric bundles. And then I'm going to trim off the excess. Now that you have decorated the inside of your pocket, you can open this up and apply glue to the sides so that you can close your pocket. I'm sharing with you how easy it is to create this journal just using glue, but if you have a sewing machine, definitely take this to your sewing machine, sew it before you attach it to the cover. You can pretty much bloom anything that you would like into a journal like this. It's so easy to transform this simple idea into something spectacular. Now that our pocket has been decorated, I want to go to this page here. On this page, I want to attach a little tiny pocket where I can then add some more journaling space or decorative ephemera. Since my mother's favorite color is blue, then I'm going to be using the outer side of this decorative paper. Add the glue on the edge and on the bottom, fold it over, and you have now created a floating pocket that we can attach into our journal. And now I'm going to attach this with some washi tape. And this is some washi tape from our recent bloom tape that is in the shop right now. The individual of this tape is no longer available, but we do have it bundled up. And it's in the shop for those who are interested. So I think I'm going to place this right here so that I still see that little bit of brown peeking through. Just attach it to our page, and this way we have a pocket that flips out in a matter of seconds just by using washi tape. And I could add some washi tape here, but I love this design that the paper already has, and I don't want to cover it up. But this to me is so pretty. The washi tape enhances it so well. And then I think now I want to add some of these little fuzzy cut flowers on here and add a little sentiment for my mom, so that when she opens up her sweet little journal, she instantly smiles and is reminded how much I love her. In order to finish the construction of the journal, I am going to be adding some lace to the back cover of our journal, which is essentially just the back of the envelope. I want to apply this beautiful French cotton lace right along the side so that it peeks out when you're flipping through the journal. If you have a sewing machine, you can definitely sew this if you'd like to, but making sure you don't sew your pocket close. Because remember, your back cover is essentially the inside of your envelope. And remember to personalize this sweet little journal with the colors and the styles and the little ephemera pieces that you know the recipient of the journal will love. And if you're making it for yourself, fill it up with the things that you absolutely love and that make you happy. Here's a look at the ephemera pieces that I'm going to be using in my mother's journal. I have also fuzzy cut these precious little flowers. This was from a magazine page that I had lying around. They look so real and absolutely precious. This is the little dress that we're going to be including, as my mother had a dress like this when she was a little girl that she has a picture of, and I think it'll be precious for her to journal on the inside. This was a French receipt, and then I turned it into a sweet little tag. Now this is another tag from one of the decorative tag kits in my shop, and I'm going to be wrapping it with washi so that I can give her some washi samples in her little journal. In order to prep the sample card, I am just going to take the washi, roll it out, and then fold it over. I wrapped it around 3 times to make sure that she got a nice amount, and I'm just going to trim off the excess, turn my tag over, and then just leave that little excess right on the back so she can easily see where she can start peeling and playing with her tape. So I'm going to repeat that process with all of these little washi tapes that I've chosen, and then we can finally add her little washi sample card into her journal. I'm going to be making a little Polaroid using just little scraps of paper that I have left. I'm going to put the little dress in this pocket here, this sweet tag in this pocket, and this little floating pocket I really want to add this sweet little Polaroid right on the inside, just peeking out a little bit so she can see what's behind there. I think I might add a little dried flower in the corner. I think I want to add some washi tape right at the top. This one is in the shop as well in a nice sweet little bundle. I'm going to take that fuzzy cut flower and add it right at the bottom. And then I have my little samples of washi tape that I'm going to put into the little pocket in the back of the envelope. Oh my gosh, that is so precious! The last step that I'm going to do is do a little bit of stamping on some of the pages to leave her some sweet little sentiments that can also inspire her in her journaling. And this is the completed journal. It has my mother's letter from her first name, beautiful layers that I think she will love. When you open up the journal, I decided to include a handmade crochet doily for my grandmother, which is my mother's mother, so I know that's going to make her smile. That little dress, a little tag where she can put a picture on the back, And I've included some more ledger papers for writing. In this little floating pocket is her sweet little Polaroid that she can use, she can play with, she can journal on the back. Here is one of those little flowers, and I stamped in Spanish what means for you, so she knows that this little book is specially made for her. I left these pages blank because, like I said, I want her to actually play with them and fill them in with her photos. And then here, some writing paper, some washi tape, and then I wrote, "My mom, I love you," in Spanish. Her sweet little dried flower. And then in the pocket, I just included an antique postcard and then some washi samples. So she has in there some decorative elements that she can already begin to use, and her sweet little journal. And for the closure, I'm just going to take my little sari silk ribbon and tie a little bow. I don't want to cover her bee, so I'm going to place it in the lower part of the journal. And my mother's journal is finished. I hope that you guys loved seeing this super easy process for how you can create from start to finish a journal as beautiful as this one with a simple envelope. Just extend the flap, create the front cover, add a couple of pages on the inside without even having to use a needle, thread, or binding. All you need is scissors and glue and some pretty papers, fabrics, and special little elements to decorate your journal. I hope that you guys loved this sweet little video. Perfect for Mother's Day, perfect for a friend, or perfect for yourself. All of the materials that I have used I will link below for the digitals, the washi tapes, and the laces and the fabrics will very soon be made into bundles. We just have to work on them for a little bit. I also want to take some time from my mother and I to say thank you so much for all of your incredible love and support for Amity Bloom. My mom and I are behind Amity Bloom, and it makes her and fills her heart with so much joy when she's able to read all the messages and knowing that you guys love what we create. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all of the love with our fabric bundles, digitals, and recently our washi tape. The response to that has been marvelous and wonderful, so thank you so much. I've been getting some questions about restocking some washi tapes that have sold out, which is unbelievable, but what's in the shop is all that we have right now. We will be restocking these little bundles with the Rosabellas, the pastel colors, but that takes a little bit of time. So when those are restocked, there's also going to be some more new designs, but for right now, what's in the shop is all that we have left. And I will definitely work hard to restock your favorites back. So thank you so much, truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I hope that you guys have an incredible weekend, an incredible Mother's Day, and a really true and happy day full of peace and love, wherever you are. Sending so much love to you. Bye-bye, and talk to you soon.